Hello everyone, this is Rami Visigi. We are going over searchable dynamic drop-down list. That means if I just type something here, I should get a list of all those letters that have been typed. So let's find out how it works. In column H1, a letter, and then say G, and we'd like to see all the names that contain letter G in there. In order to do this, we're going to use the function search equal, and it's asking you for what is it that you're looking for. You're looking in this H1, and within what text we're looking for in this array. Press first letter here, Control Shift down, and then close parentheses. What we see here for letter G that we ask for, it comes up with numeric values. When it doesn't find it, it gives you # value. When you find something, it tells you the number. Those numbers represent where the letter is located in your string. In this case, the first G that you come up here, letter G, is in position 5. Next one is in position 8. And let's say for this one, it is in position 6. So that's what these letters and those numbers means, the value and the number. What we wanted to do is we wanted to transfer that one into a true false, because that's the only way we can measure these things. So we're going to here. Unfortunately, in order for us to make it true false, we are going to use a function called isNumber. So if he finds the number, gives a value of true. If he doesn't find the number, it gives us value of false. Is number, and it's looking for the value. We already have the value set right here, close parentheses, equal. So as you can see, there are some false values, and whatever that there's a letter G exists in that string, we're getting the true value here. Next thing we would like to do is, since we already have the true false value, we would like to filter all the true values out of these spillage array. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a function called filter. Filter is a brand new function in Office 365 for search purposes and for filtering your data. So we're using filter function in this case, and it's telling us what array are we looking for. We are looking names, Control Shift down arrow, comma, and then the next one is including what? Including my true value that is coming out from here. And if I don't find it, I like to say not found. Close parentheses. Enter. Very well. For us, when we had letter G, it already found all these things and displays it. Now let's look for something else. Let's for Kim. And press enter. There's 2 Kim West in here. And let's look for Rob. Enter. And our names starts with Rob, or at least text that contains word Rob. Okay, so that works perfectly fine. But as you noticed, when I had the word Kim or K, I had multiple Kim West showing up. But what I'm interested in is the unique value of that one. Fortunately, we do have another function, which is a new Office 365 function, and it's called unique. So we can actually go ahead, click on here, unique, and actually our values already displayed. We don't have to worry about it, and press enter, and now we have Kim showing up only once. And prior to that one, I noticed that our array, as it was coming up, it wasn't sorted. So let's sort the array also at the same time, because we would like to see sorted version. There's a new function in Office 365 again. It's called sort. And what is the array, which is all these, and I'll go by the default, which is low to high. And now I have everything sorted, is working, and what we wanted to accomplish, at least we know how to do it. Now, assuming and I have so many of the names that they do contain letter A in it. If I have AN, as you can see, all those things working perfectly fine. Okay, very well. Now, we are interested not with the H1. Let's say in here, in our searchable drop down, we would like to look for something and write our department. So in here is our actual lookup area. So let's say this is our actual lookup area, which is C2. And if I go ahead and change my formula right here, let me just delete that, go into here. In my search, instead of looking for H1, I'm going to look for C2. Highlight it, go in here, select C2, press enter. And now if I go to my searchable drop down, in this case, for that cell, if I type in M, press enter, I should get all the M's showing up right here. All the letter M in names. Wonderful. So we tested it, we know it is working, and this is our preparation for our drop down is working perfectly fine. Now, what we need to do is we have to create our drop down. So in order to create the drop down, we go ahead and click on Data, Data Validation, and our settings for Allow, we're looking at List. And for the source, since we already created our formula right here, we're going to use this formula, and we know it's working. And since it is spillage and it spills over, we are going to use hashtag and click OK. Now we do have our drop down list. Click on that one. Perfectly fine. It is working very well. Now, if I change this and I give a value to it, let's say I am giving a value W, and I do a click, I will get an error message. Well, the reason that we're getting error message is it is a data validation, and if you notice, our error in data validation has a little check mark in here if you can't find it. You cannot find the value WI under any circumstances. It is part of a text. So we would like to turn off this error because we do have our own errors built into that saying not found. And then say OK. Now if I change this to WI, and I have two names coming up with WI. So if I select one, there it is, I have my names out there. But again, our goal is to find out the department for whoever that we're selecting. Okay, we use our filter function, equal. Now, what array that is coming back to us? In this case, you go to your data, selecting your departments, Control Shift down arrow, you have the whole thing, comma. Next one is include what? Names, Control Shift down arrow, and next step would be equal to whatever that be selecting in here. And then we are done with this. We're going to say close the parentheses, press enter. And as soon as it reads and readers, you notice that and is in procurement. Let's say I change that one to Rob, and I see all these Roberts in here for, let's say, Spear using cells. And we can actually check that one. There it is, Robert Spear, and he's in cells. So as you can see, it's much simpler to get the records like this. If I would have selected K for Kim West, we know Kim has multiple records. We get two multiple records coming up and showing up for us. Well, this is it. If you wanted to make it more dynamic, you should create your data set here as a table. So you can always go ahead and add records to your table, and as you're adding records to your table, it automatically can be found under your searchable drop-down list. I hope you like it. Please don't forget to subscribe.